Congratulations on another hard-fought derby victory. What's pleased you the most about that performance today?
Well, the resilience that we showed. We knew that was going to be a really tough match. It's always easier. They are a great side. They create an unbelievable atmosphere. We had some great moments, especially in the first half, when opening spaces that we should have done much more than we actually done. And then we knew as well that we had a big threat on set plays, and we believed that we could help them, and we have done. And we weren't the best with the ball today. We have done a lot of simple things wrong that doesn't allow us to have a lot of continuity. It's true that the sequence of passes that you can do against them are very few before you attack them, because they jump and they press every single ball. That make it very difficult. But then the way we defend it as well, it was totally wrong.
People saying they've got to be more.
Leicester, certainly Leicester, certainly Newcastle, certainly today. Yeah, I mean, they had possession. A lot of it was sideways, backwards. And they did have a lot of ball in the final third, but their lack of quality, their lack of final cross or final pass or final effort at goal, we've seen it too many times already this season. And that's something they're going to have to work on, because that has to improve, because teams will say, OK, we'll let you have the ball, because you're not going to ask enough questions of us. And that's what's happened. It's happened today, and as I said, in the other two games as well.
OK. The first Arsenal manager to win 3 away derbies at Tottenham since George Graham. Yep. That's how hard it is to do.
It is tough to do, but I think when you look at the way they played today, and as much as they obviously needed to create more chances, was it 5 shots, 15? 5 shots on
15,
target?
No, that was Tottenham, sorry.
Sorry, Tottenham,
4 shots on target for us.
4 shots on... No, I'm talking about with Tottenham and the chances they made. I think that, you know, for Dominic Solanke, for instance, that chance, I think for the... And, you know, I mean, I don't want to throw him under the bus, but for that money, you've got to take those chances. That's what Tottenham need, so that can get them going in the game and that can get confidence into the rest of the team. You have to take opportunities like that, because otherwise, then that crowd and the way that pressure comes in, everybody starts feeling it, and that's when they looked a bit tight and a little bit stiff and rigid with what they were doing.
Is that a concern moving forward?
Definitely. They're a team that can out-possession any team, because they put their full-backs in there, you know, and they outnumber people, but it's the last third. They've got to have better movement to get in behind people.
They couldn't break Spurs down. Arsenal keeping another clean sheet in a derby win. Jurrien Timber was part of that, and he joins us live now from North London. Jurrien, well done. How does that feel to go to your rivals and get a result like that today?
Yeah, really good for me the first time, obviously. Now, it felt really good. We were really happy in the dressing room, because it was a tough match, and yeah, we got it over the line.
And to do it without such 2 big players in Declan and your captain as well.
Yeah, not only them, we're missing even more players, so we knew it was going to be a tough match anyway today. Yeah, but with any adversity, it's still a matter of winning these tough away games, and we did that today.
And another set-piece goal. I mean, I know it's something that the whole squad works so much on, but when it comes to fruition like that in such a key moment, it must be really satisfying.
Oh, yeah, that felt really good, because the game was so tough. We didn't really create a lot of chances. You know you're not going to create a lot of chances here away at Tottenham. And you know how important the set pieces are for us. And yeah, we got it done again.
He's crucial, Gabriel, in those situations sometimes, isn't he?
Oh, what a guy. He's unbelievable. He's so good at defending, but in attacking with the set pieces, he's even more outstanding.
And talking of defending, 3 clean sheets out of 4 games to start the season. You're giving yourself foundations to go and win games.
Yeah, that's really positive. I think we're working a lot on defending together with the whole team. And we showed it today again, clean sheet. And yeah, if you keep the clean sheet and you create chances, you know you have a big chance of winning. And that's why we won today. It's
a big win at the start of a big week. So how important was that ahead of Champions League? And then, of course, a week today, you go to the Champions. Yeah, it's gonna be a big week. It's nice to start it like this after the international break. But we got to take it game by game, and yeah, on Thursday we have Champions League ready in Italy. Well, good luck with that, and very well done today. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much. Ciao. That's Jurrien Timber, who's almost like a new signing, obviously, of that serious injury. He's come in, he's playing left back at the moment. He offers you great versatility. Yeah, he does, because he's very good on the ball. He can play right. He can play right back, full back. He can play right centre back. You know, we've seen today left back. You know, very good in the one-on-ones. We saw that as well today when the 1v1s, and he's obviously going forward. He's a very good passer, great pace.
you know, we really missed him last season, so it's great to get him now. He's like a new signing.
I think that's the big difference. We talk about the centre-backs, Saliba and Gabriel, good centre-backs, they really are. But it's the outside people. They've changed that, Arsenal. You don't see Timber overlapping and getting forward or being the wide man. They've got wingers to do that job, so they can sit in behind and make them. White's pretty much the same. Every now and again, he'll join when they play with a 3 in possession. But basically, they're never out of touch with their centre-backs. A lot of teams nowadays, they put their full-backs so high, they can't get back in the cover and they can't get near their centre-backs, whereas Arsenal now have got it quickly, they're back into shape. Even when Spurs broke today and countered, that back 4 got pretty quickly because the distances they could get back into that back 4 weren't too far. So they're ticking so many boxes with set plays, with the way they play going forward in certain games, defensively, goalkeeper, sound.
Yeah,
ticking
thought he more than
boxes.
played his part today. Thought he was brilliant at left back, even when he got the yellow card in the first half, because we were all sat at half time thinking there may be a red card coming here. So he had to do really well and get his tackles and time them to perfection in that second half, and I thought he did that really well.
Yeah, Jurgen Timber looked happy there. Nearly as happy as when you watch a North London derby with Ian Wright.
Oh, it's a good ball.
Goal.
Gabby! Woohoo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes, Gabby! Set pieces again, baby! Come on! Colour Lagunas! Colour Lagunas! We're back!
You've never been away.
Another quiet day.
So
Another quiet day with Wrighty.
I've got to put up with another
Right,
90
he will
minutes.
be. He will be not as happy as Ian Wright, suffice to say. Here he is, the Spurs manager, and Postecoglou.
You picked a sort of, in-your-face kind of starting 11. There's an attacking 11, and you started the game well, but it just petered out a little bit for you by the end.
I wouldn't say that. I thought it was a tight game all the way along. For the most part, we controlled it. We did get off to a good start, but again, we didn't really capitalise on the opportunities or create more opportunities than what we did. But yeah, it was a pretty tight game. It was obviously fine margins, and we weren't able to get over the top of them.
Obviously, any coach is disappointed when a side concedes straight from a corner kick. It's something you practice all the time, I'm sure.
Yeah, but at the same time, we lost concentration for a moment. I thought we dealt with the set pieces pretty well up until that point, but they're very good at them. They've got some big guys in there who really attack the ball, and we just switched off for a second and paid a price.
You've been talking this week about the gap between the clubs and everything else, and how you go about bridging that. And people say, and in fact, people heard it saying today, this is Tottenham's biggest game of the season. Do Tottenham need to be bigger than that? That Arsenal just playing the North London derby isn't their biggest game of the season. It's just a big game.
Look, I think I've said my piece on that. I'm pretty sure people are pretty clear on sort of my thoughts on it. Look, like I said, I thought for the most part we controlled the game today. We had good territory, good possession, didn't make the most out of those opportunities we had, and probably should add more. Defended okay for the most part, switched off and got paid the price for it.
Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
OK, much more on...
Clean sheet, that's 9 clean sheets in 11 away games in this calendar year, which is quite extraordinary. We don't have long here to look through the analysis, but we can look at the winning goal. The difference between the two sides, it's the third goal that Arsenal have scored against Spurs. In the last 3 of the last 4 goals have come from corners. So this is what we're talking about, the setup here from the corner.
This was the first half, and obviously had a problem, Romero. He never really got to grips with Gabriel. Last year in this fixture, Romero's were doing zonal marking. I think he struggles when he has to man-to-man mark. He just gets a little bit lost. You can see Gabriel could have got on the end of that one. This one again, Gabriel takes up a slightly different position. You can see him just by the penalty spot there, a little bit of opposite movement. He gets up early, just too strong for Romero, who completely loses him, Les.
Yeah, it's one of those, so you have to keep an eye on, and he's doing it there, he's keeping an eye on a player, But as the ball comes in, he just turns his back on it, gets a little shove in the back. And
is it a foul or not?
I think if a centre forward does that, the referee gives a foul against him.
There you go.
They don't even look at it. And you're right, he does need to be stronger. It's poor defending, but he does get a shove in his back.
Paul, foul or not?
I'd be disappointed if I didn't get a foul. I'd be disappointed. You know, he's in the wrong position. Everything's wrong about his defending. He's a centre-half. He's an international. Even I know, and I don't even play at the back, you've got to be side on. You've got to be seeing the ball and your player. To start off, you've got to be hand length away. And he's standing with him. I do think, yeah, I'd expect a foul. I would expect a foul.
So the point is they completely changed their approach, Jamie, their tactical approach, their tactical setup to defend this, and it's not working.
No, I'm just looking at Vicario there, and he's got a major problem. He's got Maddison in front of him, and I couldn't quite see it just before it ended with the Arsenal player that's in front of him. That ball ends up just about on the 6-yard box. He doesn't take control of the situation. He had problems last year.
Are there too many bodies for him to actually get through?
There are, but I think because people have seen that weakness, that's where they're sticking people in front of him, because he's just got to that level now. And Arsenal have established it, and now other teams look at it. And it was in this fixture last season. He's still got problems now. What happens is because they've gone for man, everyone just gets so obsessed with their guy. You can see Van de Ven, who's 6'5". He might be the one that okay, I'll come out. If I see that ball, I'm just going to go and head it. But everyone's just trying to do it. Got a little bit selfish almost on their defending. Nobody's actually taking responsibility. And Romero goes out and he kicks people a lot. But when he actually comes to it, he's got to do better with his own defensive responsibilities.
Set piece crucial again and makes a difference in this biggest of fixtures. More reaction on Sky Sports News and across our digital platforms on Arsenal's 1-0 victory in the North London derby.
Victor Gyökeres's deal, Thomas Partey decision, Arsenal's next big move after Mikel Arteta's contract extension. Mikel Arteta has signed a new 3-year contract with Arsenal, extending his stay until 2027. This move reflects the club's long-term vision to remain a top footballing force. According to Football.London, Arsenal has locked in Arteta, eliminating any uncertainty regarding his future and ensuring continuity at the Emirates Stadium. Arteta, who joined Arsenal from Manchester City in late 2019, was in the final 12 months of his previous contract. Approaching his 5-year mark as manager, both parties were eager to solidify the relationship. Arteta is the latest key figure to commit his future to the club, following in the footsteps of players like Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, William Saliba, and Ben White, who have all signed new contracts. With Arteta's future secure, what's next for Arsenal? Football.London reporters have weighed in on what the next major decision for the club should be following this significant move. Josh Holland. Arsenal has done well in recent years to strengthen Arteta's squad. After the successful acquisitions of Gabriel Jesus and Alexander Zinchenko in 2022, followed by the club record signing of Declan Rice in 2023, it's clear that the team has been strategically enhanced. Ricardo Calafiori has also bolstered the defense. However, the 2024 transfer priority is already clear: Arsenal must sign a new striker. While Arsenal is in a strong position to win the Premier League this season, a failure to do so could lead to mounting pressure for them to recruit a top-quality number 9. Arteta's contract extension means he could be at the helm for up to 8 years, giving the club ample time to build for the future. Yet, improving the forward options will be essential if they are to stay competitive at the highest level. Amy Wilson securing Arteta's new contract is a fantastic move for Arsenal. The club has grown significantly under his leadership, and ensuring his long-term presence adds valuable stability. Now, Arsenal must turn their attention to the contracts of Thomas Partey and Jorginho, both of whom will be free agents next summer. By January, these players could sign pre-contract agreements with new clubs, leaving Arsenal with no financial return. While the addition of Mikel Merino in the summer has pushed both Partey and Jorginho down the pecking order, their experience is vital for squad depth. The current injury and suspension concerns highlight the importance of having strong backup options. With clubs reportedly interested in Partey, Arsenal needs to decide whether to extend his and Jorginho's contracts, let them go for free, or sell them in January. Tom Coley. The contract situation at Arsenal is becoming urgent. In just 3 months, both Partey and Jorginho could be fielding offers from clubs across Europe, potentially negotiating pre-contract deals. Losing both players for free would not only weaken Arteta's midfield options, but it would also require significant squad reinforcements next summer, which could be financially draining. Tying these players to short-term extensions would make sense, even if they aren't key figures in the starting 11. In addition to resolving these contract situations, Arsenal must address their depth issues in both midfield and attack ahead of the January transfer window. They need to ensure that Arteta has the necessary tools to compete in multiple competitions. Kieran King. Arsenal must act swiftly regarding the futures of Jorginho and Partey. Both players will be out of contract by next summer and could leave for free by signing pre-contract agreements with non-English clubs as early as January. Jorginho, who joined Arsenal from Chelsea in January 2023 for £12 million, has played a supporting role under Arteta. While he is set to turn 33 in December and may no longer be at his peak, his experience is invaluable. I would recommend keeping him for at least another season. On the other hand, Partey, who started Arsenal's first 3 games this season after a frustrating injury spell last year, could find himself overshadowed by younger players like Mikel Merino and Declan Rice. While he is still a solid option, I wouldn't keep him beyond his current contract. The club needs a more dynamic presence in midfield, and Partey may not be satisfied playing a backup role to someone younger with higher potential.